Okay, so this is my review of the LG 49-inch Smart 4K Ultra HD TV that was sent to me for review by AO. First of all, I was impressed with the delivery. As I work full time, I was impressed that I was able to opt for a Sunday delivery in particular. I was also able to choose the time slot to suit myself. I chose the 7 AM till 12 noon. What was even better was the delivery driver gave me a phone call first thing in the morning to specify the exact time that the item would be delivered. This meant that I didn't obviously have to wait in for that whole time. It arrived on time and 2 delivery men carried the goods into the house, which was also a bonus. So very impressed with all aspects of the LG TV. This is my first smart TV. The instructions consist of step-by-step diagrams which were easy to follow. I found it fairly simple to assemble onto the stand by myself. As a person who knows very little about TV setup, I found the setup itself very straightforward by following the simple on-screen prompts. It's obviously a Wi-Fi telly and it must be connected to the network to use certain smart TV features such as the web browsing, content sharing, and software updates. Again, when you turn the TV on, all this is done through easy prompts. Very, very straightforward. Like I say, not brilliant with technology myself, but easily done. TV itself has an energy rating of A, which is great. There's also an option to adjust the screen brightness in the settings to reduce the energy consumption further if that was something that you wanted to do. One of the things that I was impressed with the telly is the remote control. It's a magic remote control. Often TV remotes can feel cheap and lightweight. The remote for the LG has a good weight, but it's not too big. The great shape makes it easy to hold and the controls aren't too complex to use. The remote itself uses radio frequency as opposed to the usual infrared light, which means that it will operate within 10 metres of the TV and doesn't require it to be pointed at the TV, meaning that you can operate it from any room in the house. This is obviously a unique feature to tellies, which if you point, when you shake the control and point it at the TV, as you can see, the little cursor, so fly remote. I thought this was brilliant, so do the kids. It makes it easier for you to navigate around the TV, but if you want to revert it back to the standard remote, all you've got to do is click that button and it disappears. Again, if you want it back on screen, shake the remote, point it at the telly and it appears again. So further to this, there's also voice recognition on the remote. As you can see, I was saying that it's not too big, great shape, easy controls. So I'll go through the controls in just a second. So as I was saying, the remote, easy to navigate around the TV. If we go to some of the functions, put the cursor across, scroll it across, literally all you're going to do if you want to do is click something. So if we go back to Now TV, click it, pops up. Really, really easy to use. Press the back button and we can go back to the TV. So again, like I was saying, Wi-Fi connection. So that we can use the internet. If we press the home button, we can go to web browser. Click on that one and you can access the internet, anything you want to do there. There's also a shortcut, so voice recognition. If we hold down this button, Facebook, as you can see, it searches for you, so it saves time as well. Goes to Facebook, even things like, if we do it again, eBay. That's obviously my, didn't quite understand me there, but you get the gist. So additionally to the remote, there's also what they call a dome button underneath the screen. So just under here, we have an on-off button, volume up and down, and programs up and down as well. Visually, you can see the clarity. Probably not as much on my camera, but really pleased with the picture. Obviously the HD, it's the first time I've had a smart TV, but the clarity and the quality of the picture is amazing. Can't fault it there. I actually like the TV itself can be mounted onto the wall, but I've chosen not to. Crescent stand design. Looks great in my house. So even the aesthetics of the TV is great. There's into the little simple things of it. In the back of the TV, there's a little clip there to hold, can't quite see because it's a bit dark, to hold the wires in, which is also a great feature, which I found quite useful. And also ties as well. So you can tie the cables back. Okay, so another great feature of the telly, which I think is brilliant, is the option to universalise the remote control. So as you can see, I've got a Skybox there and a Now TV box. So I no longer, you can if you really need to, if you press your home button, go to connectivity, and you can choose your HDMI cables and switch through to the different boxes. But one of the good features on here is the option to universalise your remote control. So there's a button on the remote, this one here, that is set top box menu. So if we press that, it takes you to the Sky menu, and you can use your remote as a universal remote, so you don't have to use all your Sky buttons. You've not got to have loads of different remote controls. Again, obviously it's wireless enabled. So as you can see, I've got a Now TV, well, I've got a Now TV box down there. With this, I no longer need the Now TV box. I can do it through the app, which is great. So that means less cables, less remote controls again. One thing that I did note initially when I started using the TV is that, given that this was my first smart TV, I was unsure how to use the app. So the software, the Web OS 3.0 technology, I felt that it would have been handy if there'd have been a manual which covered the different apps and demonstrated the features and how to operate. But in all honesty, upon exploring the apps and the technology, it's apparent that it is, as you can see, very user friendly. You're pressing your button, scroll through, you go on it, and a lot of it tells you what it is, it tells you what to do. Same as the setup, very easy to use. There's obviously settings as well, so you can change a lot of the settings, sound settings, timers, parental locks as well for the kids, which is good. Picture mode, you can change the pictures as well, which is also good. Just trying to go back to the TV now. It's going back to there.